number one reason people are unhappy is because of unmet expectations. We expect our significant other to show up a certain way, and when they don't, we get upset. We expect our job to be a certain way, and when it doesn't, we get upset. We expect other people to act certain ways, and when they don't, we get upset. If truly unhappiness comes from unmet expectations, there's really three things we can do about it. One is we can just accept it. We can just accept that life is the way that it is, and nobody's going to live into our expectations, and we're always going to be unhappy, and we're always going to be upset, and we're always going to be frustrated, and nobody's ever going to kind of hit the bar that we've set for them, and that's just the way life is. The second one is we can lower our expectations. We can lower expectations of our significant others and our family. We can lower expectations of our boss and our job. We can lower expectations just about people in general and realize that, people might not be as good as we think they should be, or they might not act the way that we think they should act. And I think a lot of people live in that. Like, they lower expectations. It's a race to the bottom today where I'm going to lower the expectations, and that way I won't be upset. That way I won't be confused. That way I won't be frustrated. That way I won't be unhappy. I think that's a sad way to live, because we're actually lowering our standards of the way we want to show up in life. Or the third thing we can do is we can keep our standards at that level, but then we can create our own world and expectations and then live into that. And I think that a very small percent of the population will actually do the things that I'm talking about in this video.
He makes a solid point. He says the number one reason we're unhappy is unmet expectations. We write scripts for people who never auditioned for the role, and then we get mad when they don't read the lines we wrote. He gives three choices: accept the misery, lower your standards, which he calls a race to the bottom, or create your own world and live up to it. But I think there's a fourth choice, a kingdom choice. See, the Bible warns us about this. Jeremiah 17 says, "Cursed is the one who trusts in man, who draws strength from mere flesh." That sounds harsh, but it's actually a protection. It's saying that if your emotional stability depends on a human being acting perfectly, you are setting yourself up for a curse of constant disappointment. We don't need to lower our expectations of people. We need to relocate them. Psalm 62:5 says, "My soul, wait silently for God alone, for my expectation is from Him." When you expect your boss, your spouse, or your friends to give you the validation that only God can give, you're looking for living water in a cracked cistern. So here's the fourth choice, E. Keep your standards high for yourself, sure. But let your expectation rest on the only one who never changes. When your joy is anchored in Him, people can be people. They can fail. They can be messy. And you stay standing, because your foundation wasn't them. It was Him.